Hi there, I'm at the Sachs conference in Basel. I'm here with Markus, who's one of the most active biotech VC in Switzerland. So Markus, you just opened a third fund and you are actively investing. I think you did 2 investments so far.
Yes.
Can you tell me more about who those are and what are you looking for?
Okay, thank you, Philip. Yes, we have a third fund of about 100 million right now. First closing was early this year at 75 million. Goal is 120 to 150 million, but this allowed us to make the first investments, and we go for high medical needs, very innovative modalities, companies. Given the stage of the fund, relatively early, we can also do early stage investments, and therefore we have done an investment in Cardior. This is a microRNA company focusing on heart failure out of University of Hanover Medical School. Very exciting thing. 2 corporate partners in there already. Very nice pig animal data in heart failure context. So we're very hopeful that this will turn out to be a nice value inflection point in a few years from now. The second one, more recently, is a cancer company called Amal Therapeutics in Geneva. Also there, it's with regard to certain aspects of immunotherapy, following the trends, but also they're having some very unique USPs, hopefully within that company. In both instances, very good syndicates. So we are hopeful that those will pan out in a couple of years from now.
And talking about investments, so I saw most of your investments are Switzerland and Germany. Is that the 2 only countries?
No. You're right. We still focus on what we call Alpine Ring. So Switzerland, just geographically, is in the center, had also good features, and then it's the surrounding countries. Mostly Germany, but we also do France. We have 1 or 2 investments there. Italy, we had a very successful investment in Okairos, which we pulled into Switzerland, but came from Rome, and we have some investments in Austria. So it's the old Dach Plus or Alpine Ring region. We may go a bit more towards Benelux in the new fund, I should say.
And 100 million, I mean, it's already a big sum, but could be even bigger? Like, why don't you go bigger?
We do, as I mentioned briefly, we do go bigger. The plan is to target this, I should say, is 120 to 150 million Swiss francs. And we have time until February next year to get there. We're confident that we do it. As I said, with 100, we are at least at the stage where our old funds, Roman 1 and 2 were. Each of them had about 100 million in there committed, now almost invested in number 1 fund. And this allows us to work, but 150 would give us more room for more companies, depending on the fund size, between 12 and 15, 16 companies.
Great. And as one of the most active investors in Switzerland, I guess you have a really good view on the biotech ecosystem here. I guess Actelion, like the acquisition by J&Js, is one of the really big news. Is there not a risk that it will end up like Serono in Geneva when it was acquired by Merck, and that J&J will cut out a lot of jobs here in the Basel region?
Well, of course, that's an interesting question. I do know the Actelion team very well. My former life was with Roche, so I know the background. It's a very strong team there, and don't forget, while J&J has bought the assets, the commercial assets, they left almost the entire R&D pipeline, not behind, but left it separate, even do reinvest, and the very strong Actelion team, they, under now the new name, Idorsia, they continue. I think 500 to 600 people stay in Basel. They're already publicly listed. They're well financed. So I think it's it's a separate situation. And now with Jean-Paul and Martin Clausel, I'm sure that they will make sure that they can continue their R&D engine. And as I said already, it was well financed prior and also through a listing now. So they of course have to get products out, but it's not that they will not be butchered or whatever the term might be.
And a less polemical question, like, just you have been investing in Switzerland for 15 years in biotech.
Yes.
What's the biggest trend you've seen over this time, or like the dynamics in biotech and life sciences
in Switzerland?
Yeah.
We do have very good spin-outs. Switzerland has a good base, thanks to the good universities, the ETHs, EPFL and ETH Zurich, the universities. So we have some track record now in the meantime. We have young teams who do it again or even third time. And not least Basel, that's where we're located. Basel is an excellent place to be for life science, for investors, having the big 2 or 3 behind there, Roche, Novartis, former Actelion, means people can come out of there. They may not necessarily buy our companies, but at least we have good contacts, we have ties. As I said, I have a background with Roche, so from there I think it has advantages which are quite unique to Switzerland, or let's say the greater Basel plus Zurich area. And the Arc Lémanique is a very strong place to be as well, with universities of Lausanne, Geneva and the EPFL. So it's a good place to be, I would say, if you compare it to the others. Not trying to be chauvinist, Germany, they have good academic places, but much less industry-oriented than Switzerland is.
And less concentrated.
And less concentrated,
which
absolutely. The concentration in Basel certainly is an advantage. Again, no guarantee, but at least in terms of financing people, we have angel investors who have founded companies, come from big pharma, who invest some money. And we have people who say, okay, I've seen enough in the industry, now I'd like to move to a small biotech.
Great.
So it's a good place to be.
Great. Thank you very much then. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.